initial condition, then up to end condition. So how long the for loop has to execute, then we are trying to increment. So so here we have something like start condition, end condition, and increment. So whereas in case of while loop, we don't have any conditions like that, start and end. Okay, as long as we see something as true, while will have only one condition. So when the condition is true, while loop will keep on executing. So you will see an example. So I've created a class. So the class syntax looks like this: public class, any class name. I've given while loop. I've created a main method within this. So for a while loop, the syntax looks like this: while condition. So condition can be boolean. Condition has to be boolean. So boolean condition, boolean condition, some statements. So as long this particular condition is true, this particular while loop will keep on executing again and again. So once this becomes false, you will see that while loop will not execute and it will just come out of that. So we will see how it is going to execute. So let me write a simple program. So using for loop, suppose I want to print some numbers 1 to 10. We did it using for loop. Now we will see range is equals to 10. So we are going to write so this is the syntax for while loop. While we have to provide boolean condition. So in while what happens, as long as the condition is true, then it is start going to execute. Condition is true, the while loop statements, anything within this while loop scope will be executing. So the scope opens and closes with this particular flower brackets. Anything you write here will keep on executing. So here I am just writing something is so count. Then what I'm just trying to do, count is equals. So let's run this and check. So what I'm saying, I have to provide some condition. So it should be the output should result in true or false value. So what I'm saying, when count is less than or equals to range. Initially the count is set to 0. The range has been set to 10. So 0 less than or equals to 10, it is true. Though this condition will become true. So when I run this, let's see what is happening. So if you see, the condition is always true. So the count is 0 and the range is 10. So 0 less than or equals to 10. As long as this condition is true, it will keep on executing. It's never ending. Okay, if you see, 0 is getting printed again and again. So what we are going to do, after each print statement, I'm going to increase the count. Count is equals to count plus 1. So what happens initially here is 0 will be there. So this is an equals to means we are trying to assign. Okay, we are trying to assign something. So first what will happen here, 0 will be there. When you are giving the count is equals to count plus 1, 0 plus 1, it will become 1 and 1 will be stored in this particular count. So let's run in the debug mode and see. So now for the first iteration, the count value is equals to 0 because initially it is defined to 0. So it is printed 0 in the console. 0 has been printed. Now what I am trying to do, when this particular statement executes in this particular memory address, we are trying to save count plus 1. Count is 0 and 0 plus 1. 1 will go and save here. Okay. If you hover on this, you will see the value became 1. Okay. Value became 1. Now when I execute, see here 1 got printed. 1 got printed. So then what happens? Like that, as long this condition is satisfied, this will keep on executing. Now if you see here, count became 1. When this line executes, here count, so it will not, so this latest value will go and sit in this particular variable now. When you write this way, so that the latest value will go and sit here. So the latest value is count is 1, 1 plus 1, 2. 2 will go and sit in this particular count variable. Okay. So now if you see, the count became 2. 2 less than or equals to 10. True. Condition became true. So we are going into that while loop and the statements present in here are getting executed. So again we are printing 2. Now what happens? Count will hold the value of 2 and 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. This total is getting saved here again, replacing the 2 with 3. So now again like that. For now for count values 4, it will increment by one number 5. So 5 less than equals to 10, true. Again it will keep on executing. So 6 less than or equals to 10, it will execute and print 6. So like that it will go up to 10. So 8 is also getting printed. So then what happens? Then again still, now count become 10. 10 less than or equals to 10. 10 is not less than, but 10 is equals to 10. So that is why it will execute again. In this iteration, see what is happening. Count became 11. Now the count became 11. So 11 less than or equals to 10. It is false. 11 is greater than 10. So here we are saying 11 less than 10. No, it is returning false. So what will happen? It will come out of the while loop. So while loop, we have to provide some condition, and then when the condition is becoming true, below statements will get executed in a while loop. So that's what happening. So again, the condition has at some point of the time has to become false, else it will end up in infinite loop. Okay, let's say we have written a program without this. Okay, we are not incrementing count, we are just left it like that. Then count by default will be 0 and range by default will be 10. So this condition will become always true and it will keep on executing like never ending loop. Okay, so this is what is happening. Suppose you can also write a break statement. Suppose if you write a break statement, it will also come out of the while loop, like how we have seen switch. So the break statement, suppose you want, in some scenarios, you want to say if, let me write a break straight away. So what happens, even though this condition is true, up to 10 numbers it will be true, but because I have written break statement, after first time it just came out of the loop. Okay, see what is happening. So count is equals to 0, 0 less than or equals to 10, true. Then what happened? Print. We are trying to print count. Count is equals to 0. It will print 0 in the console. We will see 0 is getting printed. So then what happens? Count is equals to count plus 1. In the variable called count, we are assigning some value, count plus 1. Count is 0 here, plus 1. So earlier it used to hold a value of 0. Now it will get replaced with 1. So because the break statement is executed, it will come out of the loop. It is optional. Suppose anything can be done. Suppose we can do this way also. So the break is optional. Suppose it depends. It's all depends. Suppose in case you don't know what condition. Suppose okay, we will write one condition. Okay, if so, if count equals 5, break. What I am saying, hey, without this, what will happen? It will print 10 statements. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what I'm saying, when the count is equals to 5, when the count is equals to 5, come out of the loop. So that's what I'm just trying to say here. When the count is equals to 5, exit this particular loop. Print and exit. Okay. Print and then exit. So let me run. So what happens if this particular condition matches? What I have done, I have asked it to stop executing. Even though I'm initially thought to print numbers from 1 to 100, later on I decided no, it is enough for me to print 5 numbers. So in that case, I have given one more checkpoint, like if count is equals to 5. So I decided to stop the while loop. Okay. So how do we use the break statement in a while loop? That's what we're trying to see here. So here, if you see, we have ended this. So if this break is not there, so it will execute for print 10 or 0 to 10, and it will come out of the loop. So because I have given break means it will execute this particular while loop at any given point of time. Wherever this break comes, so it will execute that particular loop. Exit that particular loop. Okay. So how does the while works? While will have something boolean condition, then whatever statement we want. So let's write one more program. I have written 0 to 10. Now we will write one more program, 10 to 0. Okay. Print numbers in reverse order. So here only I'm just trying to write int start number is equals to 100. So I'll do one more thing, int end number is equals to 50. I just want to print 100 to 50. Okay. Or 100 to 90 for us to see properly. 100 to 90. So what I have to do, while I have to add my condition. While start number start number greater than or equals to end number. Start number. Here, start number, I don't want it to be so I just suppose after every time I'm printing, I have to reduce it. So initially it is 100. Now I have to reduce it by one count. Okay. So start number is equals to start number minus 1. So what happens for the first iteration, start number will be 100. So 100 will get printed. After printing, what happens? Start number is equals to 100 minus 1. 99 will get saved in start number. Then second iteration, 99 minus 1. 98 will be saved. Whenever it reaches 89, it will exit the loop, because 89 greater than or equals to n number 90. So in that case, it will fail, and we will see the output getting printed from 100 to 99. Let's see. 100 to 90, sorry, 100 to 90. So here, earlier what we have done, printed number in the ascending order. So for here, we are trying to increment. Okay. Here, what we are trying to do, we are trying to print the number in the reverse order. Here, what is the condition? Start number is greater than n number. Again, I'm reducing the count of start number by 1. Okay. We can also write one more program. So suppose if someone asks you print even numbers or number from 2 to 50, 2 to 20, let's say. So we will see while even number range is equals to 20. So while int a is equals to 2, while a less than or even number range, what I am trying to do, print a even numbers will be like 2, 4, 6, 8, so multiples of 2. So to do that, what I'm trying to do, a is equals to a plus 2. I'm trying to do a is equals to a plus 2. I'm incrementing a value by 2. Starting from 2, first time it will just print 2. Then after it will print 4, 6, 8 up to 20. So here, if I give less than even number, I mean, so even number range, it will print up to 18. But if we need it to print up to 20, we have to just give, if you see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18. Suppose if I want to print it up to 20, so I have to use less than or equals to. So when we run this, you see, we have printed. So first program, we have printed numbers from 1 to 5. Then second program, we have tried to print numbers in the reversing order, 100 to 90. The third, we have seen numbers with the increment of 2. To do that, what we have done, a is equals to a plus 2.